I know I said I was going to do gaming content, but give me a break. This is a bin full of random Thomas merchandise, which I posted about on Reddit. It wasn't a post, it was actually a comment. But this is a bunch of random Thomas merchandise, mostly my first Thomas, like one-off random things that aren't important, like Taken Player, Trackmaster, or anything. Mostly from the 2000s, some of it's from like the 2010s-ish. Let's look at it. Okay, the first item is this Thomas toolbox from 2004. I don't have any of the tools or anything, just the toolbox. Some of it's well known. Like we have some Mega Bloks in here. Here's the Mega Bloks, Cole Thomas, along with Steamworks. I think I have in here. Here's parts of like Percy with dust. I don't know. Mashems, these are like little squishy toys. They had the Thomas line, so here's the Thomas. One of these things, I forgot what they're called. Miners use them. Like, coal miners. Gets funky with your vision. There's a big collecting scene for these. These are capped to like some kid's juice. And they have different characters on them, and they had Thomas ones. In the tour of my desk today, I showed the Phineas and Ferb set, but here are the Thomas ones. Here's the Percy. And here's one of the Thomases. They had another one, which is like the Percy, but there's the one right there. Reboot Mega Bloks Thomas had, with that big-ass funnel. This is like a figure you put on, like, top of a cake. It's weird. It's like a cake topper figurine. Another Mega Bloks Percy front, but with more dust. Like, there's the original, and here's a new one. Like, what? Here's that juice topper Thomas, like the Percy one. There might be a James in here. My Busy Books Harold. My Busy Books Edward. And My Busy Books Thomas. Here's some Mega Bloks track. When they actually had track before, like, the reboot. This is, like, my first Thomas thing. This is a big, like, talking Toby. Battery's dead in it, but if you press his funnel, he'd say lines. Thomas Imagine Ink. This is some, like, dollar store toy. It came with a marker, and you draw on it. Like, if you drew on the wall, like the stupid child that would do that, it wouldn't come on. It would only show on this paper. So it was cool, I guess. Speaking of that, here's a play plaque, which is a tiny coloring book you bring on your travels. Like, there's James. There's a word search. Thomas One Tank Boosting Cheeky. Here's part of Mega Bloks Marion. The Mashems version of Toby, like the Thomas I showed. My Busy Books Gordon. I had a set of Thomas matching cards. I probably got rid of most of them, but this is the Victor Thomas matching memory game card. Some more Mega Bloks pieces from the Steamworks set. So there's the sign. And here's another sign. Mega Bloks Percy chassis. I didn't have much on the Mega Bloks, but there's a lot of it in here. I had this my first Thomas toy where it was like a Timoth Sheds and it came with these really big engines. I don't have a Thomas, but I had the Toby and the Thomas, but I can't find them. But I do have pieces from like a Colt. Here's a Cole car from that set. And it came with Cole. It was kind of like Trackmaster Cargo. Here's the Percy, like that. It was like these big chunky wheels. This came with Farmer McColl's farm, not Timoth Sheds. This did come with Timoth Sheds. It's Sir Topham Hatt's car, along with a Sir Topham Hatt figure. And I will still use this. I keep this on hand if I need a close-up of Sir Topham Hatt. Or his car. We got two of the Thomas Pez dispensers. two Thomases. Oh, here's the rest of Mega Bloks Marion. Here's the coal cargo from the Tim the Shed set. It's bigger than Trackmaster cargo, but it kind of looks like it. You put it in the coal chute on, I think it was the side of the toy. Mega Bloks Reboot Thomas's boiler. This. I asked about this in 10 More Thomas Skits. Was it 10 More Thomas Skits? It was some Thomas video, I think, where I didn't know what this was. I still don't know what this is. Help me. This bath toy, Thomas My First Thing. This came with a Bulstrode. I ripped off the dispenser of these, but these are the Pez James and Pez Toby. I always found it weird that Thomas, Percy, and James had, like, their classic model series faces, but Toby always had that CGI Sharon Miller face. Like, early CGI. It got a little, like, now a lot better afterwards. But I always considered faces like that on merchandise Sharon Millery until the Mattel reboots. Like, for example, with Take and Play, this is Brenner era Thomas, and then this is Miller era Thomas. Anyways, this came with that Thomas, like, cake topper thing I talked about a while ago in this pile somewhere. It came with a car, and for some reason I have 2 of them. I wonder if this would work on Trackmaster Track. I'll try that at the end. 2 more juice toppers, another Thomas, and here's the James, which I mentioned. And here's another Thomas with a yellow bottom. Some of them had yellow, some of them had white bottoms. This came with that My First Thomas Tim the Sheds. It's Harold. I know, isn't that cool? We got My Busy Books Annie. A Thomas Christmas ornament. Don't know what it's from. Oh. February 1997. So season 5, Thomas. Or season 4, I can't remember when it came out. This is a cookie cutter. It's bent, like, a lot, but it's supposed to be Percy. Because it's green. Speaking of green, we got Pez Percy. This came with that Farmer McColl My First Thomas thing. It's a pig. And lastly, we had this big-ass Thomas toy. It was about as big as this, but it was Thomas's full body with a car. And this was the cargo for that car. That's literally all my random Thomas merchandise. Oh, I forgot. Here's a card for your 3-year-old son or daughter. It unfolds. It's cool. And that's Thomas, Percy, and James. That's cool.